I learnt one thing, my friends are fucking boring. That's what I learnt. If I have to look at another baby picture, sorry if you're preg or if you've had a child, but just spare me your shit, honestly. Really good way of not looking at baby pictures, repeatedly and aggressively shout, no! They go away after a while, it's marvellous, marvellous.
To the residents of Queen's Heath, my name is Joe Lycett, and I'm a comedian and your neighbour. I wanted to write to you all to thank you for an amazing Queen's Heath Pride. I'd also like to let you in on a little secret. I love fucking pussy. I didn't say that. I love it.
Who are you here with, Sarah? Is this your friend? Hello, Jess. Hello, nice to see you, Jess. Are you well?
I'm great.
Are you eating well? Are you hydrated? What are you drinking? 2 Heinekens. Oh my God, look at these basic bitches down here on the back.
Local businesses did big displays. This is Enki, it's a toy shop and bookshop, and they did this big pride display in their window. If you look at the book at the end there, it's Daddy, Popper and me from the No Outside. Isn't that lovely? They also did A is for anal in their window. It's so nice. Isn't that lovely of them to do that?
They ask you to fill out a form when you've opened an RBS account to say, is there anything else that would have made your application experience better today? I thought about that long and hard, and I put, yeah, a hand job would have done it, actually. A little hand job would have taken the edge off, really.
Quite a few tweets, this sort of thing, people saying, asking as a Birmingham gay myself, when did King's Heath become Brum's newest gay quarter? Did this happen overnight? Correct. That's exactly what happened, well done.
I got a mug from my auntie which has got a motivational quote on it, and I hate a motivational quote. The quote is, you've got the same amount of hours in the day as Beyoncé. But not the resources, Janet.
E's quite tricky. What do you think E's for, boys and girls? No, that's a nice thought, though, Ellen, a nice thought. Lovely. Emo?
Easy access.
It is easy access. Well done. Well done. Very good. Said so confidently. Dad, is that you?
Goddaughter who I adore, she is 11, and I think she might be a genius, because she loves painting, and I've got this office in Birmingham, so I took her to the office to do some painting, and we painted this mural on the wall, and while we were painting it, I said to her, what do you think art is, just out of curiosity? And she thought about it, and she said, well, it's trust. And I said, what do you mean by that? And she went, well, if you trust something's good, then it is. I was like, fucking hell, that's the most profound thing anyone's ever said to me from an 11-year-old. Have another go on the bong. What are you going to say next?
I've lost fans because I'm so right-wing, because Boris Johnson, who's my ride or die, when he was Prime Minister, for the first time, just in case, they can cut it if it doesn't happen, when he was Prime Minister, I like to be supportive of him, you know, I like to do a supportive tweet to him when he did Prime Minister's questions, this sort of thing. Don't let them get to you, babe, they're just jealous. That must have been tough, babe, proud of you. Don't rise to it, babe, I'm with Nadine, we're on your side, no matter what. People would reply to these tweets, they'd say things like this. Remind me never to book a ticket to see you. Oh dear, was a fan, bye. Seriously, you're losing fans. Time to confirm if it's a joke. Confirm if it's a joke! Exactly the sort of person you want in a comedy audience. No! I will never confirm if it's a joke.
Funnily enough, I was at a university reunion, I was drinking a Diet Coke, and I went up to a girl who I didn't know that well at university, and I was holding this Diet Coke, and I said to her, oh, hello, how are you? What are you up to now? And she went, I hate that. I hate small talk. I'm sorry, I'm not sure how conversation works with you now, then. How did the death of your father affect your sex life? Just straight on in.
Print shop called Precision Imaging, which I love, and I use quite a lot. And I went past not long ago, and they said, oh, Joe, we've just done this charity print. Do you mind holding it and taking a photo? So I did this photo, and I got home, and they'd emailed me, and they said, oh, you had your eyes closed in the photo, but not to worry, you don't have to come back. We'll just, with your permission, Photoshop the image. I don't think they're very good at Photoshopping at Precision Imaging. So. Little sloth boy over here. Ketamine's really kicked in there, hasn't it?
So I don't normally wear this, apparently, because we're filming it. The shirt that I normally wear is a bit much, but I put it here. Apparently this is a bit much. I mean, Look at this. I wanted to wear that. I couldn't work out if it looked like I'd sort of collapsed at a marathon. Do you know what I mean? Julian Clary had fucked a Ferrero Rocher, and here we are.
Another thing I did, which I really recommend, I did loads of this, and it's really good for anyone's mental health, and it's really simple. All you do is troll Alan Sugar. It's so simple. Alan Sugar, I'm sure you know who he is, a billionaire. He's, you what? Sorry, Lord Alan Sugar. That's the lawyers over there. It's Lord, actually, I think you'll find. Yes, Lord Wanker Alan Sugar.
Seen that tweet which I did, which is, I like my women how I like my coffee. Nowhere near my penis.
Yes, I've been a very big Liz Truss supporter. I love Liz Truss. In fact, I was critical of Rishi Sunak on the show. I wanted him and the country to know what I thought about him. This is what I said.
Well, it was nice to hear from Rishi Sunak. He's not going to be Prime Minister, so you may as well have interviewed Peter Andre.
Guess who slipped into Mummy's DM straight after that? Peter fucking Andre himself. He said, Samantha Peterson still cracks me up. That's reference to like an old bit of stand-up that I used to do. I replied to this, I said, this whole week has been insania. A message that's very much remained on scene.
Favourite thing I've done on the Sell and Swap, it's pathetic this. I set myself up for a joke. I listed my own thing. I listed a bag of butter mints for £1. Christopher Butterslip, bag of butter mints, £1. Logged out, logged in as me, Joe Lycett, commented, what condition are these in? Logged back out, in as Christopher Butterslip, mint condition. Very happy with that.
Before we get on with the show, I should just tell you a couple of things that have changed about me, because you might not know. First thing is, I'm very straight now. You should know that about me. I'm very straight. Thank you for laughing. That's nice of you. No, I'm not gay. I thought I was gay once. It was just trapped wind. I'm bisexual, and yes, I gotta tell you, I love fucking pussy. Love licking a tit. Can't get enough. Tongue punching a minge. I love it.
Final one. Where's Pippa Lowran? Am I saying that right? Lochran? Lowran? Where are you? Hello, Pippa. Where are you from, Pippa? Oh, I love Manchester. I lived there for 4 years. Do you still? Yeah, cool. Do you know her? Do you still live in Manchester? No. Oh, no. I'm better than that now. Where do you live now, Pippa? In Harrow, lovely. You've got 83 followers. I'll give you a follow, why not? Your background is of Adele. You like Adele? Love Adele, yeah, I went to see it live as well. You sent in quite a few, but you sent in my absolute favourite one, which was Adrian Child Molester. It's really good. What I love about it as well, you seem so sweet. You sent in Adrian Child Molester. Round of applause for Pippa, round of applause for everyone, marvellous.
What do we think D's for, boys and girls? Dark room, there's some queers in, there we go. Some of you might need to Google what that is later. Some confused straight people looking at me there. What's a dark room? Just go to it. There's a place called Bolts that I'd recommend. Anyway,
there's a few things I love about the house. I love a gadget. So I've got an Alexa. Have people got Alexas? If you don't know what it is, it's like a little disc, and you call it Alexa, and she does things for you. I literally got it because I wanted to teach her sinister things. That's literally the only reason. I just wanted, when friends had come round for dinner and they were leaving, they were saying, oh, lovely to see you, Joe. Thank you so much for having us. I just wanted to go, Alexa, lock the doors. I've got these plugs as well that connect to the lights, and it means I can turn the lights on using Alexa. And I've given all the lights in my house middle-aged receptionist names. So when I go up to the bedroom, I go, Alexa, turn Susan on. It feels nice.
About 4 years ago, a friend of mine, she doesn't live in Birmingham, she said, oh, I've got this new boyfriend, and I'd love you to meet him. He's called Greg. And I said, oh, they were coming to Birmingham. I said, why don't you pop round for drinks and nibbles? Or as Boris calls it, national lockdown. Bit of fun there, bit of old school fun there. And they came round, and I've got to be diplomatic about what I say about Greg, because they're still together. I don't like him. If he was a noise, he'd be, just grey-suited alpha bellend, and he came into my house, and the first thing you see when you come into my house is a painting of a pride flag. And he immediately, literally just met him, he went off on one. He was like, oh, God, this they-them nonsense, for God's sake. There's a bloke at work that wants to be called they-them. It's he or she, isn't it? I was like, we've been very comfortably calling a grown man Pitbull for the last 20 years. We can deal with it, they and them. There's a man called The Edge, and we've all been fine with that. I'd like to meet The Edge and wank him off just at the point of completion.
But he's also a prankster. He's a troll. And I'm a troll, but he did it to me and I didn't like it. It was one of the worst things that happened to me. And actually, funnily enough, it's happened to me here. We were in the pub the week before I was doing the Royal Variety. It was only with Charles and Camilla, not the proper ones. Who gives a shit? And he said to me, he said, how are you feeling about Royal Variety? And I said, I'm really nervous, like, I don't know what I'm going to say. There's, like, loads of protocol. Obviously, you can't swear, but there's loads of things you wouldn't realise where, like, little things that you just can't say. And I said, I'm really nervous, I don't know what I'm going to do. And he knew what he was doing, because he went, well, you wouldn't want to say Diana was murdered, would you? I was like, no, why did you put that in my head the week before Royal Variety? It was rolling around in my head the whole bloody week, and I was stood side of stage. It was literally just there at Royal Variety, because it was in this room, and I was quaking with nerves, and I don't normally get that nervous about stand-up, got my little jacket on, I was really shivering with nerves. I could see Charles and Camilla through a gap in the curtain, they were up there somewhere, proper shaking, and I was going through my notes on my phone to remind myself of what I was going to do, what my material was going to be, and I shouldn't have told him, but I told him what time I was going on stage, and he texted me seconds before I went on stage, and it was just a picture of Diana on her wedding day. And then underneath, don't let her down. I support West Brom. Are there any football supporters in? Oh, some people. Oh, you support. Who do you support?
Ipswich Town.
Ipswich Town. Fucking hell. They're taking over. Hello there. Is everything okay? Are they good? Are they doing all right? So I started becoming a fan of West Brom because my friend Karen said that they're the best team, statistically inaccurate that. So we went to watch one game. We went to watch one in the stadium. So I forgot the word stadium there. I was going to say velodrome. I can't do football. I went to watch one in the stadium. But before that, we went to this proper old man pub in Birmingham, and like the woman behind the bar, how to describe her? She looked like a scrotum. She didn't like me, because I ordered a white wine spritzer. What the fuck's that? Soda water and white wine. She went behind the bar for a worrying amount of time, came back with a pint of soda water and a full bottle of dessert wine. I don't know, that'll be a fiver. Best night of my life. Bloody love the football. Oh, I got caught out at one point because I shouted, "Come on the lads." Apparently that's not acceptable as a phrase. Yes, live in Birmingham. Birmingham was described recently on Fox News, the reputable news source that is Fox News, as 100% Muslim. Salam alaikum. Alaikum salam's what you say back. Don't worry, we'll work it out. It's interesting that, because I was in the Middle East when that news came out. I was doing shows. I was in Abu Dhabi, Doha, and Dubai. Friends of mine told me not to go to the Middle East because they said that they don't like, and I quote, my lot, is what they said. Not sure what they mean by my lot. Presumably fly fishers. Yes. I love an old man pub as well, because I go with my friend Karen quite a lot. And there's one in Birmingham, it's called the Tap and Spile, and it's open till about 4 a.m. every night. And it's like full of proper brummies with no neck. And I haven't got a neck. And she got hit on the one night. This guy came up to her and he went, "What's your name?" And she went, "Fuck off." He went, "That's a lovely name." And he asked her what her favourite TV show is. She said Sex in the City. And he went, "Oh, well, I like Sex on the City, you know." It's a good joke, that. It's a bloody good joke. Yeah, I asked you to send in some tweets of... Because I've really got into gay puns, basically. It's one of my new favourite things. I'm slightly obsessed with drag names as well, because I've created a drag act, which is Nigella Farage. She's incredibly racist, whilst making a goat massaman curry is the idea. Some of the names of drag acts, lowest common denominator is my favourite. But This started because a friend of mine mentioned to me the Gay Olympics a while back, and I stopped listening to everything he said then because I was thinking of games that you could play at the Gay Olympics. He talked for like 5 minutes. I took none of it in and then just went, Jizcus! Really killed the mood with synchronised rimming, but it's a good one. It's a good one. I was annoyed when Fox News said that we're 100% Muslim because there's a subtext to that. When they say we're 100% Muslim, what they're saying there is that we should be worried about that. There's something terrifying, frightening about Muslims. I think we've got a problem. I think we're using the word Muslim far too quickly to describe people doing atrocities when they don't represent Muslims any more than I do. And I think we should be using a more accurate word for those people, which I'm going to argue is knobhead. There'd be levels of knobhead. You'd have a moderate knobhead, all the way up to fundamental knobhead. And if we all did it, the news would have to catch up. They'd have to go, today, 2 knobheads bombed a car. They'd have to do it if we all did it. So, yeah, I get that it's confusing, and I'd happily have a conversation with anyone about it at any point. I think sexuality is fascinating. I think it's something we should talk about more, really. But, Johnny, in the TA, his response to his confusion was to sort of try and bully me. It was the worst form of bullying because it was sort of undercurrent, so you couldn't prove it, but it was constant. It was things like, I think this reveals a lot about him. Every time he got drunk, he kept getting his knob out and showing it to me, going, oh, you like that, don't you? Bloody don't like it, Jesus. It's a car crash of genitalia. His knob did to my knob. You know when you touch a snail on its eye and it goes, oh. Fresh Prince of Bel-End. Yeah. Third cock from the bum. That's nice. That's nice. Sweet one, that one, isn't it? Lovely. A place in the bum. Lovely. Nice. Homos under the hammer. That sounds like a threat. Thomas the Wank Engine. That's it. That's what we're after. One of the most famous Muslims in Birmingham is Malala Yousafzai. I don't know if people are familiar with her. If you don't, she's brilliant. She's an 18-year-old schoolgirl who was shot at by the Taliban for wanting to be educated. She now goes to Edgbaston High School for girls. It's a private school. I don't think she pays the fees. I personally would hate to go to school with Malala Yousafzai. Can you imagine show and tell day with Malala, where they're like, OK, class, what have you brought in? Sally, let's start with you. And Sally goes, I've brought in this papier-mâché cat. OK, anyone else bring anything? Malala, did you bring anything in? This Nobel Peace Prize. Sally, you're a piece of shit. My favourite with these is when someone has a go, but it's shit. You can see they've really tried, but you've had some genuinely really good ones as well. For example, this one from Lucy. Ant and Dick's Push the Bell End isn't a... That's not a thing. Where are you? Lucy Campbell, where are you, Lucy? Give me a wave. Hello, Lucy, right at the back. Quite right. Oh, my God, you sent in loads. I'm a gay, get me out of here. King of the dildo. What? Keeping up with the cums, and you just put in brackets Kardashians. 10 followers. Now we know why. And this gentleman got off a motorbike behind me who'd obviously worked on one muscle group more than the others in the gym. This is quite sort of top-heavy, then sort of withered down below. It looked like a cornetto with a head. Like a spinning top shaped into a twat. That's Bill Richards. Where are you, Bill? Hello. Oh, sorry, you weren't expecting to be... Hello, Bill. That's a lovely shirt as well. Very well dressed, Bill. Let's have a look at your profile. Odd. I love comedy. Not all tweets alive. Curry and conversation. Views mostly my own. Work for a uni. Block. You did so many. Oh, my God. How many have you done? At least 12 here. Pepper's prick. Peppa Pig that you... Pepper's prick. Dick in Dom's bungalow. Nice. Why are they all kids' TV show? I'm worried about you. Tracy's Beaver. What's wrong with you? Tracy's Beaver? Great British baked off my tits. I love it. 655 followers. 656 now. There you go. I'm following you. Gobblecocks. Love that. Right, this is horrible. One torn every minute. I'd hate to be a teacher as well. You want me to tell Malala off for anything. What are you doing on your phone, Malala? Texting Barack Obama, actually, so... Oh, sorry. Sally, you're a piece of shit. Poor Sally, just made her up. The Big Wang Theory, I like that. That's good. And then instead of a touch of frost, a touch of cock. Dongs of praise, that's more like it. Dongs of praise. Well done. Jennifer likes that.